I cannot wait to see the comments on this one. Everyone says that they want A players on their team, right? But most leaders can't actually handle it. And A players, well, they can smell that a mile away. Hey, I'm Ryan. I love working with quality humans who want to make a really big impact. And if that's you, go and hit follow. And let's talk about what it actually takes to lead an A player. Look, low quality leaders will say that A players are dramatic, but A players aren't hard to manage because of drama. They're hard to manage because they know what greatness looks like. And honestly, they're not going to settle for anything less. And if you're not ready to manage them, you know what it feels like? Uncomfortable, sometimes threatening. Because A players are going to ask tough questions no one else on the team has the guts to ask. They're going to push back on decisions that don't feel sharp, and they're going to demand clarity when the scoreboard is fuzzy. Look, they're not trying to stir up drama, right? They're not trying to be disloyal. They're not doing those things because they're difficult. They're doing those things because they care. They don't want to be the weak link on the team. They want to be the best link. And what looks like resistance to a weak leader is actually buy-in. It's passion. It's commitment. But so many leaders screw it up because they misinterpret that pushback as insubordination. They take it personal and they shut it down. And the second you do that, you've lost their respect for good. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. The famed coach Nick Saban talks about this all the time. He actually says the hardest people to coach are high achievers, not because they don't listen, but because they already hold themselves to such a high standard that they expect you as a leader to match it. They're going to push you. They're going to demand more. And if you can't keep up, they're going to find someone who can. It is the exact same in business. A players aren't testing your authority. They're testing your ability to lead at their level. Well, so how do you keep A players engaged instead of losing them? Well, start here. 1, clarity. A players want crystal clear goals and expectations. If there's any amount of mission fuzz, they're going to press and press and press until it's sharp. 2, accountability. They thrive when everyone, including the leader, is held to the same standard. Nothing kills A players faster than watching mediocrity get a free pass, especially when it's things like, well, they've been here a long time, or they mean something special to me. That's not going to fly. 3, real feedback. They're not going to want the fluff. They're going to want the truth, even if it's hard to hear, because it helps them grow. 4, growth and challenge. If they feel stuck, if they feel like there's not a path forward for them, they're going to lead. They want to keep climbing and they want to keep sharpening. 5, align their rewards. They want compensation or recognition, either one, tied directly to the results they bring. No ceilings, no limits. Look, leading A players means raising your own game because they're not really hard to manage. They're just hard to fool. So if you're a leader, CEO, business owner, maybe the question for you is, are you ready to lead A players, or are you just going to lose them to someone else who is? And that's the work we do every day at Eightfold Advantage. We help leaders build the clarity, the accountability, the systems that keep those elite performers engaged. Look, and if this hits home, drop a comment, agree or disagree. And if you're ready to build a team of A players and actually lead them well, maybe it's time we talk.